They act like it's no big deal, but their heart is pounding with the weight of what they plan to tell you. Behind their distant gaze lies a hidden world of emotions, carefully guarded until the right moment. They've been pretending everything is fine, but deep down, they're building up the courage to show you their true self. Their silence screams louder than any words. They're waiting for the perfect moment to confess what's been on their mind. You might think they're not paying attention, but every day they're silently mapping out a future with you in it. Their calm exterior is a mask for the emotional storm that's brewing beneath the surface, waiting for the right time to erupt. They act like they're unaffected, but their mind is full of plans to secure your heart for good. You think they've moved on, but behind the scenes, they're plotting ways to make you realize you're all they ever wanted. Their indifference is a smokescreen, hiding the intense passion they're waiting to release. They're holding back not because they don't care, but because they want their next move to be unforgettable. They act as if nothing's changed, but their heart is secretly preparing to lay everything on the line for you. Their distance is deceiving. They're crafting a moment that will leave no doubt about their feelings for you. They've been quiet, but not because they've lost interest. They're planning the perfect way to win your heart. Their coldness is only a cover. Underneath, they're working out how to make their feelings known without fear. They might seem unbothered, but deep inside, they're strategizing how to make you see just how much you mean to them. Their aloof behavior is a defense mechanism, hiding the overwhelming emotions they're scared to let out. They act like they don't notice you, but their thoughts are consumed with how to show you their love. Their silence is temporary. They're quietly building the courage to reveal their true feelings for you. They pretend to be unaffected, but their heart is working overtime, planning the perfect way to secure your love. Their calm exterior hides the storm of emotions they're too afraid to express just yet. You think they've forgotten about you, but in reality, they're crafting a plan to make you the center of their world. Their indifference is a wall they've built to protect themselves, but behind it is a heart full of love waiting to be shown. They act distant, but their mind is racing with thoughts of how to make their love known to you. Their coldness is just a mask, hiding the fact that they're constantly thinking of ways to bring you closer. They're playing it cool, but deep down, they're mapping out a future where you're the main focus. They pretend not to care, but every action they take is designed to eventually show you how much they love you. You feel the distance between you, but it's only because they're waiting for the perfect time to make their move. They might seem like they don't care, but in reality, they're carefully planning how to make sure they never lose you. Their aloofness hides a heart full of emotions, all of which they're waiting to reveal to you in due time. They act as though nothing's bothering them, but they're constantly thinking about how to secure your heart for good. You think they've given up, but they're secretly working out how to prove that you're the one they want forever. Their indifference is an act. They're planning something special that will leave no doubt about their feelings for you. They seem cold, but behind the scenes, they're figuring out how to reveal their deepest emotions to you. You might feel forgotten, but they're plotting ways to make you the center of their universe once and for all. They've been quiet for too long, but that's only because they want their next move to speak louder than words ever could. They act like they don't care, but their mind is always on you, crafting a plan to show their true intentions. Their distance is a sign of hesitation, not disinterest. They're building up the courage to make their feelings known. You might think they've checked out, but their mind is filled with ways to show you how much you truly mean to them. They've been acting cold, but deep down, they're mapping out a future where you're by their side for good. They're pretending like nothing's wrong, but they're constantly thinking about how to show you their true love. They seem distant, but in their heart, they're preparing a way to prove to you that you're all they've ever wanted. You feel ignored, but what you don't realize is that they're quietly working on a plan to make you theirs forever. Their calm demeanor is just a shield. They're waiting for the perfect time to let you know their real intentions. They put on a facade of indifference, but behind closed doors, they're making plans that could change everything between you two. Their silence isn't from a lack of emotions, it's from the overwhelming pressure of what they're preparing to reveal. You see their distance, but what you don't know is the lengths they're going to surprise you with something unforgettable. They're playing it cool on the outside, but their heart is racing with thoughts of the future they envision with you. They've been acting like they don't care, but their mind is constantly crafting a way to win you over completely. They pretend not to notice, but every step they take is leading them closer to making you a central part of their life. The mask of indifference hides their true intentions, which are deeper than you could ever imagine. You're wondering why they seem distant, but what you don't see is the blueprint they're creating to make sure you're always in their life. Behind their aloofness, they're carefully considering the best way to show you just how much you truly mean to them. They're pretending to be detached, but their mind is constantly spinning with ideas of how to solidify your bond. You might feel ignored, but they're quietly working on something that could take your relationship to the next level. Their calm demeanor is just a front. They're internally wrestling with the perfect way to reveal their true feelings. They're acting nonchalant, but every moment apart from you makes them plan harder on how to draw you closer. What seems like indifference is actually them building up the courage to show you the depth of their emotions. They act as if they don't care, but they're constantly thinking about how to prove their love to you in a way you'll never forget. Their outward silence is deceiving. They're laying the groundwork for a future with you in mind. They may seem cold, but their heart is warm with the thoughts of how to win you over for good. You think they're distant, but in reality, they're busy figuring out how to make the relationship something special. Their cool attitude is a cover for the intense planning they're doing to ensure you stay in their life. They've been holding back, not because they don't care, but because they want their next move to be perfect. They're keeping their emotions in check, but their plans for you are anything but small. They act like they don't notice you, but their mind is always racing with thoughts of how to make you theirs. The distance you feel is just a smokescreen for the plans they're making to secure your love. They've mastered the art of pretending, but their heart is busy working on something much bigger than you realize. Their casual attitude is just a mask. They're meticulously planning how to sweep you off your feet. You may think they're indifferent, but deep down, they're plotting a way to make sure they never lose you. Their behavior might seem distant, but behind that is a heart full of intentions to show you their true feelings. You feel like they're drifting away, but in reality, they're planning a future with you that's more intense than you know. They act as though you don't matter, but every day they think about how to make you the center of their world. Their silence isn't a lack of interest, it's the calm before the emotional storm they're preparing to bring into your life. They've been playing it cool, but they're secretly laying the groundwork for a love that will stand the test of time. They act indifferent, but their mind is constantly planning how to turn your connection into something unbreakable. The distance you're sensing is just their way of buying time to craft the perfect way to show their true feelings. They pretend like they're not invested, but in reality, they're constructing a plan to ensure you never leave their side. They've kept their distance, not because they don't care, but because they're afraid of showing how deeply they feel. What appears as coldness is really them strategizing the best way to express their heart's deepest desires. Their indifference is a disguise for the intense emotions they're trying to keep under control until the perfect moment. You think they're ignoring you, but every night they lay awake, plotting how to make you theirs. Their aloofness hides a burning passion, and they're waiting for the right time to let it all out. They act like they're uninterested, but their heart is screaming with a desire to make you theirs forever. They've been keeping their distance, but in reality, they're working on a way to show you just how much you mean to them. The calm you see is just a mask. They're quietly preparing a move that will take your breath away. Their casual attitude hides a plan that will turn your world upside down in the best way possible.